Hey, hi, how you doing, everybody? It is DJ Mark. Today, coming at you with another gig bar and, more importantly, another wedding. Today, we're at the venue known as the Tides, directly across from the local Air Force Base, and we do weddings there quite often, especially military weddings. You're going to get to see a close, in-person, and on-hand look at that venue. The other thing we're going to look at today is equipment placement for best audio quality and user experience, and, you know, just all the tips and tricks that you need to make sure that you're set up properly with your equipment. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the road and get going to that venue. I'll see you when we get over there. See ya. All right, friends and family, we're here. We're at the Tides. Let's go ahead and set up that camera and get this time lapse started. Here we go.
Just do it!
Welcome to the Tides. It's an event venue. You need to hire Mark to come in.
Nice.
Be your dude.
When you first come into a venue or any sort of a venue, one of the things you got to do, and you should do first and foremost after you get your stuff in, is assess the room, see where the sweetheart table is, make sure you're not going to be set up somewhere that's going to be directly in front of guest tables, because if that happens, then once we get the party going and we turn the music up, it's going to suck for them. So try not to have it suck for anybody at your event. This is the dance floor here. Sometimes they'll have the sweetheart table here, but today they've got it off to the left, which is perfect. Just lets us put our speakers on the dance floor, and I'll put my DJ table right off to the right over here, as usual. That's usually where it goes. And it's all set up and ready to rock and roll. And just like that, we are set up and ready to go. Let me take you through the equipment and the setup and let you know kind of the thought process behind everything. So first and foremost, our DJ board, like always, is our Pioneer DDJ SX3, and we do have the skins cover on
that
it
was
here.
legitness.
We've got sound switch control 1 right here, sound switch here, and of course we are running Serato DJ Pro on the board. For microphones, we have Shure BLX, and then we have the antennas. This case has been modded, so we have the antennas ran right here, and that seems to do a pretty great job of reception in most venues. We don't really often have dropouts, if ever. We have our gig bar move right here in front and center. Today we don't really have a way to hide the tripod legs, but I think it does okay. We are running Bose L16 Pros, 2 of them, 1 on each side of the dance floor. And around the room we have a total of 12 uplights, which are pretty much all the way around, all controlled via DMX, of course.
Hey,
so,
that's pretty good.
about the setup, a couple of things about the Tides that I really like is that usually they put us directly on the dance floor, which is the ideal place for a DJ to go. You don't want the DJ like off in the corner in the back of the room, or worst case scenario up on a balcony or something like that. The cook goes in the kitchen, the DJ goes on the dance floor. It's just how it goes. That's a good thing about this venue. The other thing is, because they put us on the dance floor, we have the capability to put our speakers right to the left and to the right. What's cool about that is that means we don't have to worry about putting those speakers directly in by people's tables, right in their ears. Placement of the Sweetheart table is a little suspect in that it is pretty close to one of our speakers. These Bose speakers have a 180-degree dispersion pattern, which is great in most situations, except for right like this when the speaker is directly next to the Sweetheart table, because it is right in their ear. That being said, it's time to go and set up in the ceremony area. All right,
a few moments later.
All right, so just like inside with the reception room, first thing you want to do is eyeball around, take a look at what you're working with in the setup and where you want to place everything. Today, this is the ceremony location. They get married underneath that arch right there, and we set up our speaker over in that corner. I try to put my speaker towards the front and the music playing in the same way as the officiant is looking, because people who are not as experienced on the microphone, maybe if they're being officiated by a friend or a family member, they sometimes can get a little bit confused as to where the sound is coming from and all that. So if you have it going in the same direction, it's a little more natural, a little bit easier for them. So we are all set up for the ceremony here. We've got our officiant's mic on a stand. It is a Beta 57, so that's pretty good. A hypercardioid microphone to cut down on the wind a little bit here, which we do have to deal with being that we're out on the beach. For the groom, we put a lapel microphone on him. This one here is just a generic one.
Bruh.
I have been meaning to get a much better one to replace it.
Bruh.
Up until recently, we didn't use these, and it's something that I've been doing personally. Just to make sure that I have coverage of the audio for the ceremony. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the groom, and we've already done a sound check with the officiants, and that's it. We're gonna get ready to go in just a moment.
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And the kiss of wife. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Rich.
All right, today we are at the wedding of Jason and Anna Rich is now official. It is post-ceremony. The wind blew my hair all around, all crazy, but it's during cocktail hour. I'm only gonna talk a little bit here. Just remember that the most important thing is that your bride and groom and the guests at their wedding have a good time. So always be conscious about how the volumes are, how the speakers are going, what songs you're playing. Just stick to their requests, you know. And if you're going to be a wedding DJ, you might as well just get used to having those requests, because it is part of the business and you're not in a position to say no, really. All right, friends and family, we are all done. I am headed home after that one. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was a pretty tough wedding. Guests were great. They were dancing, having a good old time, as you can see in the time lapse, of course. But maybe also, I haven't checked the video clips yet, but maybe also you can see how many freaking kids there were, man. No! There were probably 10 or maybe 1,000 kids there. I don't know. There was a lot. Please, no! And these kids were bouncing off the wall, and all the parents and stuff, they were trying their best to wrangle them in, but they just all got together and just got out of hand. So all night long, in addition to keeping the music flowing and the music going, and you know, all the events going the way they were, I also was chasing kids to make sure they weren't football punting my uplights or pushing through my screen, knocking over the the Bose L16 speakers, you know, just doing crazy things like that. So overall, it was pretty good. I think, like I said, the main thing to take away from the event today is equipment placement is important. And like tonight, there's a whole bunch of kids, and had I put the equipment in unsafe spaces or places where I couldn't keep an eye on them throughout the night, then who knows how it could have went. So just try to remember, don't put the speakers in people's ears. That's obvious, of course. Place them about 3 feet off of the wall. In my case, that's what I like to do, at least. Any closer than that, and it sort of like affects the sound. And spread your speakers out, DJs. I hate, my biggest pet peeve is you guys putting those speakers right next to your table, wearing speaker headphones. Don't do that. Spread them out so that you can spread that sound. Take advantage of that stereo. You know what I mean? That's it. All right, I'm off on my rant. Hopefully you guys got a good bit of information from tonight. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see, what information you have. I am a professional full-time wedding DJ. I do maybe at least one wedding a weekend, every weekend, and a lot of times 2 or 3 weddings a weekend. So I'm in the trenches getting the work done doing it. So I do have that knowledge. In addition to that, I'm a certified wedding planner, and I'm also an ordained minister and an officiant. So if you got any questions about that kind of stuff, feel free to shoot them at me, comment, and I would be happy to help out best I can. And to those of you that have been commenting on those other DJs and stuff, I've been checking your videos out. I appreciate you going through. And you know, like you said, just keep up the good work and keep rocking and rolling. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for the night. See you later. Have a great day today and a better tomorrow. See you then. Bye.